Coach Jonathan Beverly, the head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, joined us on this segment of the Coach's Corner. And Coach, a difficult night last Friday night against the Munford Lions at John Cox Stadium.
It was a difficult game. Very good football team in Munford. In my opinion, one of the better teams in 4A. And at times we played really well. But when you're playing a team of that caliber, there's some mistakes you can't make.
Yeah, we look at some of the highlights this morning, and Childersburg came out fired up. It was a big region matchup. With a win, you could secure a playoff berth outright. But Munford had a play right here, and you had a tackle right there, just couldn't close the deal.
Right. Again, against a team like that that's so explosive, you can't miss tackles. You've got to wrap up. You've got to get guys down because they will make you pay for every single mistake.
Quarterback for Munford threw for 4 scores Friday night.
He did. He's extremely accurate. He doesn't misplace too many balls. He puts them right on the money. And again, every mistake that you make, they're going to make you pay. That's just the kind of football team they are. And
you got a touchdown at the beginning of the third quarter, and 21-7. You look like you're back in it.
Right. We came out after halftime and played really well in all 3 phases. And got some key stops. But again, made some crucial mistakes even towards the end of the third quarter that allowed them to be able to pull away in the fourth. And again, when you're playing a team of that caliber, you just can't make crucial mistakes. But I loved our effort, especially in the second half. I loved our energy, especially in the second half. And so we did some things well. We did some things that we can carry into this week.
In the third quarter, Childersburg gets football, and that was as high energy segment as I've seen for Childersburg this year.
Yeah, we came out after halftime, and that was our challenge in the locker room at halftime. I felt like our energy was about as low as it's been all year in that first half, and really couldn't get a grip on why. But my challenge at halftime was to come out and play Childersburg football and play with high energy. And I even told some of them, if you don't have it, fake it. But
fake it till you make it.
Right, fake it till you make it. Let's figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah. Second half, especially, you kind of exchanged quarterbacks a little bit.
We did, and we prepared last week to play both quarterbacks. Jalen Kidd has been the guy that's been there all year, but he's sort of our X factor, and he's got to play a couple different spots for us to be successful on offense. So we worked Justin Taylor at some spots last week, and we'll do the same this week. They'll both play quarterback, but Jalen, the next few weeks, whether we play 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, he's not leaving the field. So he's going to play quarterback, corner, receiver. He's just going to be on the field every play.
Yeah. A couple of turnovers really hurt your cause Friday night.
Yeah, when you turn the football over against an explosive team, like I said earlier during the highlights, they're going to make you pay. And so obviously we had that muffed punt early in the game that, we get a 3 and out, we've got to stop, we muff a punt, and then 2 plays later they score. You come out, you put the ball on the ground, a few plays later they score. And that's just things that you can't do, again, against a really good football team. And so for us, this week especially, turnover differential, we've got to take the ball away more than we give it away.
And discipline got to be a factor. Lots of penalties on both teams last Friday night.
Right. Sometimes when you come out, especially in that third quarter with a lot of high energy, sometimes that can spill over into plays after the whistle. And so, that's some of the things that we've preached this week. Being able to stay focused, whistle to whistle, and being able to understand key points of the game. And, when you've got an opportunity to get a stop or you've got an opportunity to punch one in, you don't want to hinder yourself with penalty yards.
All right. Coach Jonathan Beverly, our guest this morning, head football coach and athletic director at Childersburg High School, on the road to Dadeville. Last week we talked about need to win. This is a must win for Childersburg.
It's must win. Either team wins and they get in, and whichever team loses is out. So for us, we've been preaching this week, we want to play football November 10th. And that's the first round of the playoffs, so we want to play football November 10th. So this is a must win. And honestly, I think it's shown our growth to be able to get to this point in the season and have a game like this. A year ago, this was something that was, just a dream for us to be able to get to a possible playoff berth. Now it's a reality that we're here. If we win, we're in. And so it's been, a good week of practice. It's been a high-pressure week of practice, but our kids have responded well, and they see what's ahead of them, and I think they're ready to embrace it.
And Dadeville is a winnable football game.
It is. It is. We beat them last year. It was a game that went to triple overtime, but a game that we won a year ago. And, of course, they're a different team and we're a different team. But our kids understand that going into this game, it's one that if we don't make crucial mistakes and if we take care of the football, it's a game that we'll win. I honestly believe that. Now, again, no slight to them. They're a really good football team, coached really well.
Coach White's been down there a long time.
A long time, I think 18, 19 years. So he's been there quite a while. And they do some things really well. But for us, really, our focus this week has been on us. Don't put the football on the ground. Find ways to get takeaways. Make sure we wrap up and tackle and do all the little things right that we've done in our wins this year. If you look at our wins and our losses, the main difference has been just self-inflicted wounds. And so, again, turnover differential, penalties, missed tackles, those are things that you can control. And so that's what we've been telling our kids all week long, and that's what we hopefully can get done Friday night, not self-inflict any damage on ourselves and come out with a win.
What concerns you about Dadeville?
Athletically, they've got two players. Quay Tucker is one of them, in my opinion, one of the better players in the region, and he does a really good job with the football in his hands. We've got to tackle him because he's another one that if you miss a tackle, he's going to make you pay. And so we've got to rally to the football. We've got to tackle well. Defensively, they bring a lot of pressure, and they bring pressure consistently. And so we've got to do a good job with our blitz pickups. We've got to do a good job making sure that we know where the football needs to go, especially when we're throwing it. We've got to make quick decisions. We've got to get the ball out of our hands.
All right, Coach, good luck tomorrow night as Childersburg travels to Dadeville. Two Tigers getting together on a Friday night, and the winner moves on to the first round of the playoffs. The loser will have another game, but their playoff season will be had to look at next year. Coach, thanks for being with us, and hope to see you again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We got more Daybreak just ahead.